Are you tired of leveling to 90 at a snail's pace in MoP Classic? Are you getting bored of questing, queuing for dungeons, or doing monkey runs? Would you enjoy leveling quickly and doing it in peace and solitude because you're antisocial like me? Then boy, do I have the leveling tech for you. I'll cover a leveling tech that got me from 85 to 88 in just 3 hours. Credit to Riani, the Blood DK Guru, for sharing this tech with me and allowing me to share it with you all now. And if you're new to the channel or you find this guide helpful, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe. Make sure you don't miss any of my upcoming guides for all things MoP Classic. We'll start by going to an island at the very south end of Krasering Wilds. If you leveled another character to 90 already, just fly straight to this location on the map as soon as you arrive in the Jade Forest. If not, you can still get there with a ground mount. It's definitely worth the trek down. The mobs we'll be farming here are called Unga villagers. They also happen to be monkeys, so we can call this the solo monkey run. If you're a melee class that happens to have a tank spec, I'd recommend doing this solo farm as a tank, so you can group up as many of these as possible, as quickly as possible. I did this farm as a blood DK, but I imagine it would also be possible to do this farm as a mage, or potentially as a boomy. If you're doing this farm as a tank, the monkeys don't hit very hard, so you don't really need a lot of gear to start. I did this basically in full Dragon Soul DPS gear, the Bis Unholy set from the last phase, and even with just Firelens DPS gear on one of my other DKs, so it should be very manageable if you have any gear from the end of Cataclysm. Just do some experimenting with how many of the monkeys you can group up in AoE without dying. We'll start on one end of the island and start clearing and grouping up the mobs as quickly as possible until you reach the other end of the island. Once you reach the other end, you just go back to the other end of the island and repeat the same thing. The monkeys spawn very quickly, so even if there's another person here farming these, there should be plenty to go around. You should be able to get anywhere from 10 million on up to 12 million experience per hour if you're doing this route efficiently. If you do find some competition though, try holding down this pit area on this side of the island, as there's a greater concentration of the monkeys here. You can still get some good experience by going between the pit area and the pack at the end of the island. It's also worth noting you might experience some bugginess when trying to group up some of the monkeys at certain areas. Try to avoid specifically the monkeys sitting in little huts, as these seem to cause the monkeys you're killing to become evasive and reset if you aggro them. It's a little annoying, but it's easy to work around once you get the hang of it. After you solo these all the way to level 88, I'd recommend just questing through Townlong Steps and Dread Waste until level 90. I believe it's just as fast, if not faster at that point. Plus, you get your Shadow Pan and Klaxi rep up by doing this. But if you'd rather not quest at all, you can continue to farming the monkeys all the way to 90 if you'd like. But that about covers everything you need to know to get to level 88 solo in around 3 hours. Let me know in the comments how it goes for you, and thanks for watching, and God bless.